Okay, let's go through an overview what we will be doing in material management. We will be covering material master. In material master, we will be creating master data using MM01. But before we create a master data, we will have to create industry sector. Industry sector can be anything like pharmaceutical, cement, FMCG, whatever. Material type. Material type is raw material, semi-finished good, finished good. That is broadly three types, three categories. But we can go into much more detail. Like, for example, if you're in textile industry, raw material for yarn, for cotton, for synthetic fiber, these are different raw materials. Okay. So your material type will have a material number. It can be alphanumeric or it can be only numeric. And based on your material type, the numbering series will be different. So if you want to go and check for a material MM02, because MM01 is creation, MM02 is change in material master data. Okay. I have options over here by material type. Let's say material type, or I can go by plant material group. What is a material group that I have? Okay, we have material group compressor, mechanical, mountain range tires, packaging, ROHP, and so on. As per your industry standards, you can bring out uh, any category or material group or material size. Or I can search for material by description, by external material number, whatever, or by class. Okay. So we have multiple options to search for material. We have release strategy, car class, but this is not actually made properly. So speaking of the logic, it will not be actually um, very logical. Material number, material description. I'll just start a search. Raw material. A2 raw materials is not the way to make a raw material. Okay. Let's say component, enter. I want to see what is the data that is being maintained over here. Something one, something one. Okay. Plant. I don't know the plant. Oh, why else 4.7? But this is not made in YL 47. Okay. MM0, MM03. Okay. So this is material master. Each field will have its configuration at the backend that we will see, and we will see why we will create this configuration. Okay. Basic data one, basic data two, these are basically data input, data details for the material. Okay. And there are various um, fields that we will see that we will configure one by one. Okay. We have fields for MRP1. Again, it's asking for a plant. We don't know what plant this belongs to. Okay. And accounting one, again plant. Valuation type. Now valuation type is for uh, product costing, for material inventory, movement recording in accounting. You'll also see that in very much in detail. Okay. So after we create the material master, we will also go into purchasing, where we will create master data for the material plus the vendor using info report, source list, quota arrangement. We will also create a vendor. Okay. Then we'll create a quotation. Okay. And we will see how it is made, how this will qualify and upgrade into outline agreement, PR, purchase order. Then purchase order is released. What is the release strategy? Okay. How release strategy is configured. Okay. So after we are done with this, we will go for inventory management, where we will see goods movement. Goods movement will actually show you what material went out and came in, what material was locked. Okay, you'll also see that. Okay, after that, we go for logistics invoice verification, because once you receive a material, you will also receive an invoice. Then you will also clear that invoice by payment or by returns, whatever the process. Okay, so we will also see that. So GRIR clearing account, how we will reconcile this. Oh, hello, hello.
Yes, sir.
After that, we will see how inventory is counted and how inventory is reconciled, and uh, how storage locations come in use for this, how counting is done, and how then we can proceed in valuation. Valuation will touch upon this um, very lightly, because this actually has to do with finance. So we'll touch it conceptually and operation wise as well. We say SAP service entry sheet, service master. This is also part of our uh, discussion. That will be. So let's start with configuration, SPRO. Okay. Now to start client setup, client company setup, we go for enterprise structure. This is the first node that we will use. Okay. So bef- before we actually start working on SAP, we have to define and configure total landscape for our clients. So we start with defining a company that falls under financial accounting, because eventually everything related to inventory, HCM, production, costing, sales and distribution has to fall into financial accounting, because this is what company has as a periscope to check uh, what is the health of their company. So let's define a company. Okay, new entries YL47. No, let's say we try for AQ47. D. D. Okay. Save on request. AQ47. Okay, this is done. Once this is done, we move on to the next node. That is, this is the mother company. Now comes the company code. Now, company code actually is conceptually the unit of a business that can produce and create its own financial documents, instruments like profit and loss statement, income statement, cash flow statement, balance sheet. Okay. The new entries. What I'll do, let me give you another channel to create a company code. Let me show you. Okay, copy, delete, check company code because we created copy organization objects from company code YL47AQ47. So whatever we have created, and this is done when you have a group of company and you want to copy all the setting and configuration from one company code based on company code level, not beyond this. Only company code details like numbering ranges and tables that are common. Continue. So it will copy everything. Controlling area is assigned to company code while 47 you want to copy the assignment to controlling area. I will say no. Reference company has local currency period. You want to allocate different local currency? Yes. Currency will be USD. Continue. Continue. This is one way to create a company code. There is another way where you create it from scratch. I am just uh, copying it from another company code that we made previously. Okay. And you do this when you are actually creating a structure for a group of companies. So it will actually copy everything, but you can keep the currency and define your own currency for the company. And you can also get to have the option to select the controlling area. We'll keep it different, although we can keep it same, but we will keep it different. So right now it's just copying all the files from the tables of the previous company code. It actually makes your configuration a little bit easier. Okay. Copy. All you have to do is do yes and yes and yes. That's it. Company code has been copied to AQ47. Okay. Completed activities. Company code has been copied. Okay. Next step will be very easy again. That will be logistics. Valuation level. What is valuation level? In simple definition, in simple words, your valuation area is a plant. And what is valuation area? Valuation area is basically where you want your material to be costed. Now, your plant can be in another country because this is a foods company. Maybe you are operating your cultivation of bananas in Philippines. So your plant area will be Philippines, but your company is based out of Dubai. So valuation area will be plant. So their currency can be different. So that's why plant is a valuation area. Copy, delete, check plant. Now we are going to create a plant. Okay. Define a plant or copy. Let's define it so that this is refreshed for you. New entries. Plant AQ47. So, county code, city code, if you know it, you can give it over here. Okay. But it has nothing to do with the currency. Why? Because company code is primarily concerned with the currency. Country. Now you can keep the country as Philippines. Philippines. Okay. Easy. I believe it is all relatable till here. Okay. Location. Location will be Philippines. New entries. Plant AQ47. Manila. Manila. EH. Okay.